the starters for your Chicago Bulls. Starting at power forward, 6 feet 4 inches, number 24, Javonte Green. Starting at point guard, standing 6'5", number 6, Alex Caruso. The big man, 6 feet 10 inches, number 9, Nikola Vucevic. At guard, 6'6", number 8, Zach LaVine. At the other forward position, at 6'6" number 11, DeMar DeRozan. Your Chicago Bulls head coach is Billy Donovan. That's the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls.
Hello from 2K Sports. We're honoring diversity and culture tonight with the NBA celebration of Noche Latina. Hi, folks. Brian Anderson coming to you courtside with Chris Webber and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Hey, Allie.
Hey, Brian. The Chicago Bulls made the playoffs once in the last 6 seasons. Head coach Billy Donovan took over last season and said, this is a hardworking, good group of guys. They want to win. They're learning how to. Guys, with the additions they've made, Chicago is hoping to accelerate that learning curve.
All right, thanks, Allie. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Tristan Thompson.
It's not a great trend for him. Not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. Maybe it's his effort. Who knows? But that's something that needs to change.
And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Charlotte Hornets. Ball and Rozier work together in the backcourt. It's Bridges and Washington teaming up at forward. And it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Bulls, we've got Green. Alex Caruso is out there with Zach LaVine. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's DeRozan in at small forward. And a high-tempo game tonight. Both teams like to get out and run, Grant.
Well, hey, when you've got the speed and athleticism, it's the best way to play. You have to challenge the defense to keep up with you.
Now here's Ball. Hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Rozier outside. The 3 is up. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Rozier. Chicago with the ball. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home. Keeping their cool and making quality shots.
Yeah, not getting overwhelmed is important. Poise is something that you need to have in order to win on the road.
Fires the 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Alert play on the part of Washington. He's a much stronger player when he shows the type of awareness and unselfishness.
And you think about the draft profile of LaMelo Ball. Grant, the court vision has been as good as advertised.
I mean, he's just a gifted passer who sees over defenders. He enjoys making those flashy plays. He's been everything you want from a playmaker.
Here's Rozier. After the basket by Chicago. Inside. Plumlee passes to Rozier. Bridges, a screen on LaVine. Rozier with it. Picked up by DeRozan. Rozier gets the bucket.
A clever play. Rozier able to navigate through the contact to a strong finish.
Pass to LaVine. There's a minute 17 left in the first quarter. And the shot's good. LaVine's got his second basket on the night.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Oh, don't do that to him!
Oh, my goodness!
And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, man, he can sky. Can he? Bridges is an amazing finisher at the rim. He enjoys putting on a little bit of a show.
A line change here for Chicago. Harrell's checked in for Charlotte. Oubre comes in for Rozier.
You know, Bridges takes a lot of pride in his hometown of Flint, Michigan. Shout out to the Flintstones. That's great to see. I mean, he holds a basketball camp there. That community is always close to his heart.
Now here's White, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Oubre against White. Pass the ball. Shoots over to Sumu. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
Oubre against White. Here's to Sumu. Back to White. Shoots over Oubre. White can't hit.
Oh, he found the open space for mid-range. Just maybe rush his release a little bit.
Ball outside. Takes a three. And so it's Charlotte with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lovable.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Taking a look at the Hornets' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Chicago trailing here. DeMar DeRozan is out there with Green. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then there's DeSumo. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Pass to LaVine. McDaniels with the rebound. So it's the Hornets now. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
And when the bench steps up, it takes pressure off the starters. And they stepped up big in that game.
All right, Grant, if you could be GM for one rebuilding team right now, which would it be?
Oh, wow. That's tough. I mean, you got the Grizzlies with Morant. You got the Pels with Zion. You got the Mavs with Doncic. You know, I'll probably stick with the Pelicans and Zion Williamson. I think he has a lot to offer and has the ability to dominate in this league.
Caruso, he's checked in for Chicago.
Well, I like the steadiness Mason Plumlee brings to the table. I mean, maybe he won't give you something spectacular every night, but he will be reliable.
And here's LaVine, coming off a solid outing against Toronto. And that one's good. LaVine's got 6.
The ball handling LaVine has, oh, it's special. Look how he's just showing there how gifted he is at creating.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, Brian. Well, Zach LaVine with his first All-Star selection in 2021, and then the Bulls added a second All-Star, Nikola Vucevic, at the trade deadline. LaVine said, "We got another big-time player here. Guys, with this combination, they have a chance to be special."
Well, they're putting some pieces together, Allie. Thanks for that. And with Plumlee, his dependability is what draws teams to him when he's available.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, you need that in a big man. I mean, he doesn't feel like he has to be the marquee guy. He's more than happy to do the little things, the dirty work that helps round out any team's front court.
Now here's Oubre. He's got 5. No one covering. McDaniels got himself on the board with a 3 there.
That's just solid teamwork from Oubre. I mean, he doesn't hesitate to let go of the ball if someone else is wide open.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. It's McDaniels on the wing. Green covering. To the middle. Plumlee against Vucevic. Three-pointer Rozier. Rebound by the Bulls. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
It always helps when your opponent turns the ball over that many times. I thought it was the deciding factor overall.
And when they kept getting all those hits, they took advantage. Turnovers don't mean anything unless you turn them into points.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Three-pointer Rozier drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
Here's Caruso, pounded by Rozier. Pass to Vucevic. And the layup is good off the glass. Vucevic has got 5 points.
This is Vucevic's comfort zone. Even when the D is good, his offense is sometimes just better.
And so it's Charlotte leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details. Things working out so far for the Charlotte Hornets.
The bench scoring has been a big key for them. They came in with energy, and they were able to give the starters a real break because of the way they performed. That's the kind of production every team hopes to have from their second unit.
Okay, and now moving on to what's been a fantastic head-to-head matchup at the two-guard spot.
This shooting guard matchup has provided a lot of entertainment already. Major contributions from both players so far. And as a fan, man, you got to enjoy this battle. Wait for the second half.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
Halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, one of the stories here, Terry Rozier. Man, is he getting it done today?
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? Keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Here's DeRozan. Well, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And so in the game for the Hornets. Ball and Rozier work together in the backcourt. It's Bridges and Washington teaming up at forward. And it's Plumlee in at center.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Charlotte has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. And defying the analytics trend, DeRozan's favorite shot still remains the mid-range jumper.
I mean, they've tried to stretch him out with uneven results. Maybe better to surround him with three-point shooters, create space in the medium range area to maximize his effectiveness.
Six on the shot clock. And it's Ball off the drive. Soft touch off the glass.
It's just the intuition of Ball, if you ask me. He just knows what to do and when. And right there, he puts it on the floor and makes a play.
Now here's Green. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Outside Levine. To the left wing.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Caruso, and he dunks it down.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Pass to Rozier from behind the arc. Hits the trifecta. Rozier's got 11 points.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Levine finds DeRozan. Over Bridges. And there's another one for the Bulls.
Rock solid start for him. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Ball ball outside. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
Bulls foul. Alex Caruso.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, BA. Last season, the Charlotte Hornets finishing with their best record in the last 5 seasons. With the addition of LaMelo Ball, this team finally has some talent to build around, playing a switching defense and going zone the most in the NBA. Guys?
Fun to watch. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff. A line change here for Chicago. Down low. Here's Jones. Oh, hey, how about that?
What just happened? Finding assistance is skill. And look, White has worked hard to develop that skill. Now, in addition to the open man, that's just natural for him.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Ball passes to Harrell. Now Oubre. Shoots over White. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. He has 7.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
To the paint. Here's Thompson. Up and in on the layup.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
The Hornets with a lead. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here is Harrell. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Oubre can't hit.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
White, the pass to Thompson. Here's Dosunmu. Over Ball. It's deflected.
When we talk about unselfishness,
Ball, he exemplifies it. Loves getting into open team.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's the Hornets. They're up by 3, and we'll return shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
and I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Dosunmu is out there with Kobe White. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Vucevic in at center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Right wing to the inside. Oubre with a steal. And it's the Hornets on the break. LaVine against Rozier. Now Ball. Out to Oubre. Washington a screen from outside the arc. Knocks it loose. Chicago trailing here. Pass to Dosunmu. Back to DeRozan. Picked by Vucevic. Fires it from 18. And the basket by DeRozan.
Yeah, man. DeRozan is fired up. These situations just fuel his competitiveness.
Now here's Ball. Washington a screen. Unloads from 13. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Down low. Here's Vucevic. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
I love how they've attacked the basket in this game. They've taken a very aggressive approach.
Their passing also continues to be outstanding here in the second half.
Plumlee's checked in for Harrell.
Shooting 1.
That's exactly what this team needs right now, completing the and one.
Charlotte trailing. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Ball into the lane. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
But check out the hops of ball. I mean, exploding off the floor for the big slam.
The Bulls shooting a sensational 78% from the field in this game. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Vucevic has got 5 points in the quarter.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Bridges, he's checked in for Oubre. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what James Borrego was going over with his team. He told them victory was within their grasp, saying, quote, "You've got all the tools you need to win. Now it's about closing. Guys, we'll see if they're up for the task."
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Shot clock at 5.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lovable. Come on, fans, stand and make some noise.
52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Levine. Oh, he nails it!
Patient from Levine. I mean, finding his finish despite the contact.
Now here's Ball, guarded closely. A little mid-range shot is up, and he buries it.
And I understand we're seeing some potent offense, but you have to put up more of a fight defensively.
Oh, yeah, they're expanding a ton of focus and energy at the offensive end, but at the defensive end, it is just the opposite.
Vucevic, yes! Now a timeout called by Charlotte. They're losing by 1.
Timeout, Charlotte.
26 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
The lovable. Man, it's time to get up and get loud.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Ball with it. Washington a screen. Ball with it. Green picks him up. Ball passes to Washington. Count it!
Ooh, a clutch bucket. A defensive stop now could be all it takes to clinch the win.
Chicago timeout call. All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise. It's T-shirt time. All right, look who's coming out of the court. Get up and get loud.
Levine against Rozier. Inside. Vucevic. No good! And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And that's an intentional foul.
Alex Caruso. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2.
He's just a one-of-a-kind player. LaMelo Ball has a unique game and limitless potential.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
And it's going to come down to a 3-point attempt. I mean, what a huge moment to come through at the line.
And so the big win by Charlotte in a tight game. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
All right, Terry, some clutch minutes down the stretch. How were you guys able to close it out?
Just staying together. We know in this game, you can't quit till it's 0 on the clock. And, you know, they hit some tough shots at the end, but we stayed together.
Thanks so much.
All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Chris Webber, and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We thank you for watching tonight's game. Now it's time to present our New Balance Player of the Game, LaMelo Ball.